The S25 FE just launched, and with this price tag, if you're still wondering if you should go for the last year's fan edition or this year's, you're exactly at the right place and at the right time, because I've been using the S24 FE for the past several months. So here's the complete long-term review, the good, the bad and the ugly, explained across 8 dedicated sections along with whatever's new in the latest fan edition. Design-wise, everything is great, but there are 2 problems I have faced. First, the back is prone to fingerprints, but wait, that may not be a big issue since it is not very noticeable. The main problem here is durability. One drop from a chair and you get all these dents all over the phone. It is also too big for me, but I guess that is very subjective. The weight is slightly on the heavier side. Thankfully, the S25 FE is not only lighter but also slightly slimmer. The new S25 FE comes with an enhanced armor aluminum frame which provides more durability and a refined finish according to Samsung. So I guess it will be more durable than the last year's S24 FE. Next, let us talk about the display. I honestly have no complaints here. The color, contrast, everything looks lovely. Quite visible outdoors also. The new fan edition does not get much improvements in terms of the display. Everything is pretty much the same. The AOD is also turned on by default. It is context aware, so while charging it shows the battery percentage. One issue is this on-screen fingerprint. It is not quite fast, but still it does the job. I am very much used to the Xiaomi 15's on-screen fingerprint scanner, which is much faster. Okay, now the battery life is a very important topic in long-term reviews, and you'd be surprised that the 4700 mAh battery lasts a day or even more, but it heavily depends on the use case obviously. Gaming and camera takes a huge toll, and you might even need to charge the phone multiple times a day, which is the most painful part of the S24 FE because 25 watt is very slow in 2025. This thing takes more than 1.5 hours to fully charge, especially since it does not charge at a constant 25 watts in favor of battery protection. The newer S25 FE model solves this exact issue with the 45 watt fast charging, but the battery bump will also offset the charging speed a bit, so close to about 1 hour for a full charge. I think the entire smartphone market outside of China is hugely lagging behind in terms of fast charging. Once you switch, you start to notice even more. Now, performance-wise, it is very smooth. Sometimes there are a few frame drops here and there you might notice, but nothing is super laggy. Now, the 2400E is underclocked, so it is not the best for pro performance users. The phone also heats up sometimes, even on light to mid-weight games. I also did a throttle test long ago and the result was quite bad. I mean, there was a lot of heat generated, so I don't really know how the safety works in terms of thermal management on this phone. Now, thankfully, the new S25 FE has the Exynos 2400, which gives a performance boost. The S25 FE comes with a 13% larger vapor chamber compared to the S24 FE. So yes, there will be some improvement in the thermal performance, but again, the past version had problems with the underclocked chipset. Now with the Exynos 2400, I don't really know if this increase in the vapor chamber will really keep the heat in check. Okay, I think One UI is probably one of the best Android skins out there. There are so many things that Samsung never talks about a lot in the open, and only when you use them you go like, that's a clever feature. I'll show you some examples. Like when you take a screenshot, there is a send and delete option. Because whenever we take a screenshot, most of the time we intend to send it to someone, and then after sending it just stays in our gallery forever. Okay, next is the DeX mode, which you might already know. Then there's multi-line control, just like you get on Apple devices. And One UI is also one of the most customizable skins out there, especially with good lock. Everything is also very much future-proof with 7 years of software support. So yeah, this phone will also get One UI 8, but the S25 FE comes with One UI 8 out of the box. Next are the AI features. Unlike those on the iPhones, Galaxy AI is far more useful. There is image generation, more like image embedding, which makes more sense. AI object eraser, that is surprisingly accurate. Then there's circle to search, which is very useful, and a bunch of text-based AI features too. But remember, many of these features are actually cloud-based and may not work offline. Some of these can also become paid in the long run, but as of 2025, everything is free. The new S25 FE does not bring anything new here. You might notice a lot of AI features in the commercial of the S25 FE, but all of them are available in the S24 FE already. Talking about images, the cameras are also great, but the colors are a bit more saturated compared to what I would prefer generally. The main camera is the star of the show here. Details are very good. I would have preferred support for macro, but the main camera is of high quality, so you can always crop in. The ultra-wide sometimes gets a bit darker, but it is rare. Images are mostly consistent across all the lenses. Videos are great too. The main camera can shoot up to 8K 30 FPS, but I've never used that after the initial days. It feels more like a spec sheet flex. Under good lighting, footages from different lenses look very consistent. But there are also some weird things that often happen. Especially when you zoom in, there is a kind of rolling shutter effect or jello effect. It is very slight, but kind of noticeable. And when the night sets in, the other two lenses start to lag behind. The front camera is okay. The S25 FE brings in some improvement in the front camera. You can expect a slightly better resolution and low light performance. But specs-wise, all the other cameras remain the same. Last but not the least is the network and connectivity. I have never had any issues. Call sounds very clear. 5G is very fast. The new S25 FE brings in some improvements on top of that. Only one improvement, to be honest. The Bluetooth version 5.3 is now replaced with 5.4. And that also brings us to the end of the video. Hope the comparison and the long-term review was useful. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.